Hello everybody, this is Tim with TD Sports Cards. Today we are opening up a box, sealed box of 1987 baseball. It's a 1987 Topps Traded Tiffany series. So there's 132 cards in this. Now about this box, what you want to look out for is the seal. If you notice, it is purple. The ones you want to watch out for are the pinkish and the maroon type seals. As PSA card collector found out the bad way, is it was actually 2 seals on this. So, and it was opened and all the key cards were gone. There's a couple of Hall of Famers that were voted in recently, but all the key cards were gone. And he got like 4 sets, I think. That was supposed to be from a case, but the numbers weren't all in order. And it was cellophane wrapped. Well, during these years, these were not cellophane wrapped. They came just like this. So that's one thing you want to watch out for if you want to look out for fakes. Is the seal color. And these were not wrapped. So if they were wrapped, that means it was done afterwards, and who knows if it was busted into, which, like I said, PSA card collector found out, unfortunately, which he's dealing with who he bought it from, and he bought it through the Beckett website, so he's going through that hassle, unfortunately. But I am going to open this up, and what I'm looking for is PSA candidates. Now in this set, the key card out of all this is the 87 Topps Traded Greg Maddux first rookie. That's the key card in this. There are Hall of Famers in this, which has Carlton, Dawson, Eck, and Reggie. And some of the key rookies are besides Maddux would be like the Mitchell, the Cone. There's a lot of them actually in here. And then you're going to have some of the known cards from various stars and so on during this time. But like I said, we're going to open this up. As you can see, it is sealed. You can see the bottom of it looks pretty good. Just a little bit around here, but what I liked about it was it was still pretty square in that sense, and it came from a reputable dealer, so that I did get off eBay. So I'm going to open this up and see what candidates we have and go from there. Alright, so wish me luck everybody. And by the way, this set was actually made, the Tiffany sets during that time were made in Ireland. Believe it or not. It was kind of weird, but that's just how Topps ended up probably subcontracting the Tiffany sets out. For whatever reason, they must have had the technology at the time, and Topps didn't to make the nicer set, and they wanted to make this a limited edition kind of set, which I can't remember how many of these ones they were made, but considering that this is the beginning of the junk wax era, it was I think there was 30,000 sets or 20,000 sets of the complete series. I can't remember how many sets of this there was. Alright, so let's dig into this and see if we can't find a Maddux 10 on this. And Maddux 10s go for over 200 bucks. And this set cost me about 50 bucks. So what I'm looking for is to get either a Hall of Famers or a couple other guys in 10s. Even in the Tiffany set, if you can get even a nobody in a 10, it still has value then at that point. So we're going to look through each one, see which ones have 10s, 10 capability, and then obviously pull out the Hall of Famers and the key rookies from this set. Alright, so let's have at it. I don't know how long this video is going to take, so if you want to bear with me, this is the hard part right here, because it overlaps. And you don't want to mess up any of the corners. Alright. So there we go. These should be tight, so I'm curious if the Maddux rookie is in here, or if it's just how it is on this set. I've never opened this set before, so this will be the interesting part. Alright, nothing in the box. We can set that aside. Alright, so the numbers are all mixed up. So that's kind of like maybe a possible red flag. Alright, so let's see if the key rookies and Hall of Famers are in this. I'll go back through and see which ones are 10s later. But alright, so there's a Reggie. It's off center left to right just a bit, and top to bottom's close. So, but there's one Hall of Famer. There's another one that's around that time. I think that, yeah, it might be his rookie too. I think that's one of the other ones in the set. That one's off center left to right. Top to bottom, if you look at it like this, it's off center. That's how easy way to tell with cards. Alright, so there's a Matt Williams rookie. Looks good left to right. And top to bottom. So that might be an actual candidate for PSA 10. Jeff Reardon. Yeah, he was actually a big saves guy during the time. That one looks good. But he's not a Hall of Fame or anything. Alright. Lance Parrish. Here's another one. Played for several different teams. Great player. He's one of the better offense catchers of the time. He had an arm. It's Tony Pena. But you guys know that he's been around for a while. Alright, Brett Havens, Nelson, Shields, Silo, Vanderberg, Guy Hoffman. There's a Dawson. So that's a Hall of Fame. Alright, so by looking left to right, it's pretty close. Top to bottom, pretty close. So that's good. So it looks like our Hall of Fame guys are looking pretty good. Kevin Seitzer, I haven't decided if I want to send this in yet, but it is off center left to right. Top to bottom looks on, but just left to right. It's a little bit off. There's Eck. That one is off center left to right. And looks like a little bit top to bottom. So that one, I don't know if I'll send that in. It'll be in that 8-9 range. Rick Bell, Busey, John Mitchell, Matt Young, Gonte, Brian Holman, Nettles, Hatcher, Shelby. There's Phil Necro. That one's off center left to right. Top to bottom also a little bit. Alright, there's Mark Salas and Charlie Moore. Alright, so Donnie Hill, Richie, Terry Steinbach. It's not his rookie, it's oh, that is his rookie. Let's see, left to right is about the same. Top to bottom is off though. So that'd be at best a 9. Win, there's the key one right there. Alright. So left to right is off center a little bit. Top to bottom, that's pretty dang close. Pretty sharp corner. Yep, so that one That one's probably a solid 9. Just because it's, you can look on right here, it's just off center left to right. That one's probably a solid 9. So, and 9s do have value. So don't put that down, especially with this one. I think it's at a 9. I think they go for like $60. So if I can get a 9 out of it, it gets pays for the cost of the set. So that one will be sent in to get graded for sure. All right, let's see who else we got. King of the OC, Gary Ward. There's the Kevin Mitchell. That one looks like it's a little bit off center left to right. And top to bottom, it is off center. So that one's how I do my grading. Is an easy way to tell is if it's off center top to bottom, I go -1. Left to right is -1. Now if there's a print dot and everything, you got to go another -2. So that'd make it a 6. That would drop it down. But with the 2 off centers and so on, that would be an 8. Most likely. Yeah, you can see it's evident right there. If it's pretty darn close, it might slide for a 9, but that's probably an 8. Unfortunately. Like I said, if I can get the 9 out of the big one, then that's the good one. Okay, this one's off center left to right. That's obvious. Top to bottom, a little bit off center. So that one's probably only an 8 also. And Noakes is Matt Noakes, rookie from the Tigers. He actually has value if you can get him in a 10. So left to right looks good. Top to bottom is off, so that would be a 9. So that one, if I get it graded, that one might be, maybe a $13 to $15 card in a 9. Probably more like a 13. So like I said, I'll have to go back through eventually here. Castilla, there's Van Slyke. That is not his rookie, but he was a heck of a player though for a while. Now you look left to right. Pretty dang close. Top to bottom, pretty dang close. So that one, if I can get that in a 10, could be like a $25, $30 card. So that's a possibility. He was a good player and he was a fan favorite. Bosley, Bryant. This is another one. This is one of my guys that I like. David Cohn. Obviously, left to right is OC, and top to bottom is OC, unfortunately. So that's probably the best in 8. Unless they slide it through. Is John Smiley. This one is off center left to right, and top to bottom. So that's probably like an 8. Chubbleworth, Cerrone, Barry Lines, Reddy. Here's another guy who during the time was a great player. He stole bases. He was probably about a 260, 280 hitter, if I remember right. But he would still get 20 bases, he had 20 home runs, kind of deal. He had a few really good, decent years. That one looks centered left to right. A little bit off top to bottom, so that one might be a 9. But I'm still going to keep that out. I'll check on that one. It's Heaton, Gerhardt, Meads, Joe Johnson. All right. Let's see what the next stack we have. Chris James, Mike Stanley. He hung around for a long time. Tim Leary is a good reliever. Dave Schmidt, Chris Spire, Royster, Shane Mack was actually he had a couple really good years actually. That one looks centered left to right, but off top to bottom. But yeah, Shane Mack had some good years. It's Ron Say, Ray Knight, Browner, Billy Gardner, Lindrum, Dave Valley rookie. That one looks pretty centered. Yeah, it's kind of closer than some of the other ones top to bottom. So that one's a 9 with an outside shot at a 10. It's Benito. Great defensive catcher at the time. He had a cannon of an arm. Same thing. So this set, remember, they go in like batches according to their sheets and everything. So if they're, this set, you can see is left to right is pretty darn close, but it's the top to bottom. People miss the top to bottom. They look at just left to right. That's how come they can't figure out. Some people can't figure out how come they get 9s. And that's what it is, top to bottom. Easy way to do it is turn the card. Okay, this one's pretty darn close, left to right. Top to bottom, just a little bit off. So this one's, depends on how generous they want to be. This would be a 9 with an outside shot at a 10. So, and that one is, that's a second year card, technically. With Polonia, I liked him. He played for the A's and then Angels. Little scrappy, speedy guy. Some years he hit, some years he didn't. But he was a good utility guy and was a decent. He had great speed for the outfield. But that is his rookie. I think that one's more. You can see more evident top to bottom off. Reed, Kennedy, Jeff Robinson, Doug Drabeck, off center, left to right, and top to bottom is pretty much on, but that's a left to right off. Yeah, and that is his rookie. So that one would be an obvious probably 9, because I don't know if they'll let that slide to get a 10 on that. I want it personally. Bill Long, Bankhead, Booker, Beniquez, Jerry Brown, Straker, Coach Dave Martinez. That one actually looks centered left to right, but top to bottom is off. It's not off enough to where they would label it OC, Terry Francona. Same thing, top to bottom. The OCs are the ones where it's really bad. So they know that marks it down twice if it's just a little bit off center. So that one there's top to bottom. Left to right looks pretty much on. Got Danny Jackson. Left to right is off. Top to bottom is off. It's Greg Brock. Top to bottom off. Left to right off. Fraser, Davis, Dan James, Liz Calderon. Oh, yeah, that's not his rookie, 85. That one looks good left to right, though. Like I said, I'll go back through and see if I can't find about 3 of these, the Maddux, and then a couple of Hall of Fame rookie 9s, and then I'll be happy. Joe McGrain, he was actually a good pitcher for a while. Henneman, his rookie, definitely off top to bottom. Left to right's actually on. So like I said, and it happens in series. If it's left to right, top to bottom, sometimes they're just both of them way off over on the side. There's Dempsey, Wilkerson, Larry Boa. Top to bottom's pretty close. Left to right, though, is off. So it's how come it's hard to, not just every card you can send in. You really gotta, the more you're pickier, the more chance you have of getting a 10 with a 9 at the low. But you do have a shot to get a 10. I figure out of every box you get, if you can get 2 10s, 2 to 3 10s, that's pretty good. All right, so this one here looks pretty centered, left to right, but top to bottom, same issue. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and sleeve a few of these up that I'm going to take a closer look at later. And if you watch my future videos, it will have a shot. I'm going to slowly get these out over the next like 2-3 months. So if you look at my future videos, you'll see what some of the which ones I sent in and which grades. But I am going to send in probably about 150 card order, and then probably another 150 card order here very shortly. The next few days I'm going to do 150 card order, so I'll do a preview right before I mail it out. Okay, so hang on, let me get some of these. We'll have a quick little recap. But I like the Tiffany sets. It's just remember, most of the ones in the 80s, there's only a couple between the 80s and early 90s, a couple years where they actually did seal them. So that's something you got to watch out for. And like PSA Card Collector found out is they actually had 2 seals. Now, when the seal that was on the second one, I think was from a 90 Tiffany set. But in the meantime, he bought an 87 set also, a full set, 700 plus cards. So, very disappointed. All right. All right, quick recap. All right, like I said, we'll see which one of these I actually decide to send in. I said you got to do some research, and if nines are okay and get value, or you can get like, with your grading fee, sell them for like 15, 18 bucks or whatever, then I might send them in. Other than that, it's, you're trying for the 10s on these, which are hard. You can send in 4 you think are 10s and only get 1. You just got to hope it's on the right guy. But there's a Hall of Fame Reggie Jackson. Oh, that was good. All right. Fred McGriff. Matt Williams, rookie. The Hawk, Andre Dawson. I like that one. That one actually has a good shot. Kevin Mitchell, rookie. Steve Carlton, Hall of Fame. Near the end of his career, though, he really didn't do that much. Didn't do that good. Yeah, because as you can see, he played for the Cardinals, Phillies for a long time, the Giants, White Sox, and then this one's with Indians. And then he was out, I think that might have been his last year. This is a cool Van Slyke. David Cohn, rookie. So that one's probably a 9. And Ellis Burks, rookie. That one has an outside shot at a 10. So that's pretty good. And then the key one is the Greg Maddux, which to me is off center, left to right. Top to bottom looks good though. So this might be a solid 9 when it's all said and done. We'll see. If they see something else that's not obvious. To me, I look for the obvious stuff from the get-go. Because some people don't look for the obvious. So, hope this helps you. Some of the information helps you early in the video. As you can see, I got my cards out here. Barry Sanders, my boy. Got the Griffies going on, which is, they're all graded in that sense. And then I got Tony Gwynn. That's a second year. It's actually pretty sought after though. So thank you guys for joining. And if you want to look, I'll be doing a preview Sunday or Monday because I want to get the box out Monday for the PSA. And it'll be some nice stuff in there, low numbered autos and so on. So please check it out. Like, subscribe, and we will catch you later. Thank you.